Shabbat Shalom. This week's Parsha is Nasso. Nasso is famous. It has good content, but it's famous for something else that maybe we should say is infamous. It is the single longest Torah reading of the year. The longest. The most verses, the most words. How did this happen? Was it an accident? Now we know that the Torah reading, each of you, when you became bar bat mitzvah, your children did, or your grandchildren, you got the name of a parsha. Your Parashat Bereshit, Parashat Nasso. This is this week's Torah reading. Whatever it is, a special name. The name was taken from the first word of the beginning of the Torah reading. The rabbis were the ones who determined when the Torah reading begins and when it ends each and every Shabbat. So they made certain decisions when they made these selections. So obviously, they purposely decided some Torah readings would be longer, some Torah readings would be shorter. They chose that this particular Parsha, Nasso, would be the longest. And here's the reason. If you look on the Jewish calendar, we're in Parashat Nasso. That means within the next week, in this case this year, on Tuesday night, we're going to celebrate the holiday of Shavuot. Now, what does the holiday of Shavuot commemorate? It commemorates the first fruits that we know, but also, mainly, the gift of the Ten Commandments, the gift of the Torah at Mount Sinai. So here was the rabbi's thinking. If we're about to celebrate the gift of the Torah, which the people of Israel were anxious to receive, that's why they counted 49 days. If you know you're going to get a gift, if someone says to you, 7 weeks, I'm going to give you an incredible gift, it's going to arrive in 7 weeks, we tend to start counting day by day by day in anticipation of that gift. You know, with children, if you say your birthday party is in 3 weeks, they'll start counting every single day, 21 days until they get to their birthday party. So that's human nature. We're anxiously awaiting a good thing. When a good thing's coming in life, we get very anxious and very excited about it. So good thing's coming. God's going to give us the Ten Commandments. He's going to give us the Torah. So we start counting. As we get closer, the rabbi said, to show our anxiety about receiving the Torah, how anxious we are to receive the Torah, we read the longest Torah portion of the year now to commemorate the day that we received the Torah. It was a gift. It's something we looked forward to. We wanted to have this ethic, this morality laid out for us. We wanted laws that would help us create better families, better societies, better people. And so we read the longest portion of the Torah to mark the day that we're about to receive the gift of the Torah. It shows that we want to receive the Torah. We want to stand again at Mount Sinai and make this tradition part of our lives. So that's what we will do this coming week. We will celebrate this festival of Shavuot. And since it is the gift of the Torah, the main ritual of Shavuot, which, by the way, is probably the least observed, the least well-known holiday. Why is it the least well-known? Well, partially because it has bad calendaring. It falls out the beginning of the summer. People are either finishing school or heading off on vacation. And things get kind of lost with all the craziness that we all go through as school year comes to an end and we prepare for vacation. But the other reason is because there's only one ritual attached to the celebration of Shavuot. And that's the ritual of studying the Torah. If we're going to commemorate the gift of the Torah, the best way to do that is to study the Torah. So on the first night of Shavuot, it's traditional in synagogues and communities throughout the world to gather in the evening for special study sessions in honor of the festival of Shavuot, in honor of the giving of the Torah. And that will happen in all synagogues. And our synagogue is called the High Tucker Tikkun Leil Shavuot, the study of the Torah on the evening of Shavuot, in memory of High Tucker, one of the dearest members we ever had in this congregation, who was the man, along with his wife Pearl, who still is with us, thank God, and still participates and still teaches, created this tikkun, helped create adult education, helped create this special event, which attracts between 75 and 125 people each and every year. We gather first for a dairy dinner. Why dairy? Because tradition has it that Torah is like our milk. We drink milk. It gives life. We drink from the Torah. We absorb the Torah. So it's like the gift of life. And on the day that God gave us this precious gift, we don't want to eat meat because meat is a result of the killing of an animal, and milk is a result of keeping an animal alive. So let's celebrate life on this day. So we eat dairy. It also reminds us of Israel, the land of the milk and the honey. we eat dairy, and then we have study sessions. Each and every year, different topics. This year, by the way, we're going to have one session conducted in Spanish to continue our tradition of providing bilingual adult education here at Beth Torah Benny Rock campus. So we'll have a beautiful dairy dinner. That will, of course, it has to have blintzes. That's the traditional food, certainly in America. Then we will have our study sessions. And then, since it's dairy, we get to have real ice cream. So have a real ice cream party afterwards. So it turns into a very beautiful evening. We hope you'll consider joining us. But understand that the whole reason for it is, if you're going to take the Torah seriously, it's not enough just to parade it around the room and kiss it. It's not enough to point the finger and kiss and say we love the Torah. We have to open it up. We have to read it. We have to make it live. We have to make it real. We have to make it part of our lives. So to commemorate the gift of the Torah by just talking about how great the Torah is, the Rabbi said, no. Study it. Read it. Absorb it. Make it part of your life. That's how you make the gift of the Torah something real in your life and the life of your community. So we wish you a good Shabbat, and we hope that you'll be able to join us this coming Tuesday night for our Tikkun Leil Shavuot to commemorate the gift of the Torah at Mount Sinai. The rabbis say all of our souls were present at Mount Sinai the moment it was given. So we returned to Mount Sinai that evening, and we immerse ourselves in the study of the Torah for a beautiful evening of friendship, of learning, and of celebration. Shabbat Shalom and Chag Sameach.